Welcome back, Wolfpack. Virlus here, and Mega Hoopa's a thing. That's all we know. We pretty much only know that Hoopa exists as a Mega Pokemon. That's it, video over. Except, I'm actually going to put some sustenance into this video. I'm not going to mindlessly report the news. I'm going to look into what these RAM dumps mean, because that's how we found out about Mega Hoopa. That people, the awesome people over at Project Pokemon who have given us the RAM dumps for X and Y, they already went in and pretty much figured out everything that's in the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire demo, and Mega Hoopa was the only thing that stood out as new, and a lot of other things aren't really in the game. But this is where I started doing some extra research, like, hey, what does this say about the game? We have the script, we have the item list, we have all the things that you visibly see in the ORAS demo, and things that you don't see in the ORAS demo. And the weird thing is that every Mega Pokemon announced for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire exists in the index of the RAM dump in some way, and Mega Hoopa was the only one that didn't exist before. So it's like, oh, we figure out about Mega Hoopa now that the demo's out. But does that mean, are there any other Mega Pokemon to be announced? Like, this is what I'm looking at here, is that I'm going to leave a link to the paste bins, and I'm going to maybe just like throw up an image of what I'm looking at right now, because if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, which is why I'm doing this news video to put the news out there, if you guys don't know about like the RAM dumps or how like these things work, then it might be a little confusing, so I'm going to try to do my best to explain it. But what I'm looking at is the list of all the Mega Pokemon announced, and if Mega Hoopa is only the only new one, why put why put Mega Hoopa in there? It's not in the demo. It has nothing to do with the demo. It's probably going to have something to do with getting the legendary Pokemon, but I mean, you don't, I haven't played the demo, but I'm fairly sure you don't encounter Mega Audino or Mega Lopunny in the demo. That a lot of these Pokemon that exist, they're announced, they have the item correlations, like we have like the Pokemon's index data in the game, but we don't have any access to the Pokemon in the demo. So what I'm wondering is, if Mega Hoopa's in there, that's the only Pokemon that's Mega that hasn't been announced yet. But at the same time, all the other Megas that have been announced aren't in the game, but they're still in the index. So does this mean we've seen all the Mega Pokemon? That's the question I want to ask here. Are there no more Mega Pokemon left to be revealed, except for Mega Hoopa, and that might be for the next Koro, and then the game's done, so that means we've seen all the Megas. Like, that's what my guess here is that why only put in some of the unnecessary, or actually most of the unnecessary information, and not all of the unnecessary information? That if there's still things to be released, why leave in Mega Hoopa in the demo since it has nothing to do with the demo? Or why, have like all these other item slots? That if you look at the other parts of these RAM dumps, that every item is in the game, pretty much programmed in. That we have things from float stones to all the Mega Stones that are now released, like Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y. There's a lot of data that exists in the game, and a lot of lists that exist in the game of things that you aren't going to use in the demo, that are really just going to be placeholders for when you have the full version. There are a couple of blank spots, like some of the Mega Stones, like you only have Swamperdite, Sceptilite, Metagrossite, Steelixite, and Glailite that exist in the item dumps, but you don't have all the other Mega Stones, but you still have references to the other Mega Pokemon that exist, which is why I'm just kind of like confused in trying to decipher this. So I think it just means that there's no more Megas left to be revealed, potentially, and that, Mega Hoopa is going to be the last one. It's going to tie into the story with the legendaries. That's kind of it. However, the puzzle does deepen. That at item slot 744, we have the Mega Bracelet. It shows some of the other Mega Stones, but then the item list ends at 775. That there's a placeholder from 744 to 775, which means that that's 31 slots. We only have 21 Mega Evolutions, so that if we look, we have 799 through 825, minusing the 5 Cosplay Pikachu forms. So there's only 21 forms, but there's 30 slots after the Mega Bracelet. So we might have, this does show that we might even have 10 more Mega Pokemon to be announced, which would be freaking fantastic. But at the same time, it also looks like with Mega Hoopa being the only one that hasn't been announced yet, we're probably just done with the Megas at the same time. So I'm going to leave you guys the information. Again, thank you Project Pokemon for getting us all this cool stuff. It also has all of the base stat totals of all the Pokemon if you need that. Mega Hoopa is going to be absurd. 700 base stat total, and yeah, it looks pretty strong. So Mega Hoopa is the thing. I wanted to give a little more information than that, not just have, a 30-second video of, hey, Mega Hoopa is here, let me take your money and views. I'm trying to get to the source of all this, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I hope you all have a nice day.